Another important thing to learn is how to divide your thread. So I get the DMC or Cosmo brand skeins of embroidery floss, and they come in a strand of 6. So this should be 6 pieces, 6 threads all together. Different patterns will call for different things. Depends on how thick you want your lines to be. Sometimes they call for 2, sometimes they call for all 6. Typically, most patterns will call for 3. So you want to kind of take the edge and kind of split it. You can tap it. Let me show you on the other end. One way to do it is you can kind of tap it, and that'll kind of fray the ends for you so you can count them. And it's not going to show up on this camera, but you're going to count 3 threads. There's 3. You'll just have to trust me for now. Let's see, we'll go down. There we go. And then you'll just want to separate them. Now there's several different ways you can do this. One of the more effective ways I've found is to take the 2 split ends in one hand, take the rest of the string in the other to hold it straight so it doesn't get all tangled, and use your finger to kind of split them. Sometimes you'll get knots when you're separating thread. That's completely normal. It's a little frustrating, but it's completely normal. Then you're going to go all the way through your length of the thread. You don't want to cut your thread too long, because the longer it is, the more likely it is to end up in knots, which is never a fun time. So let's see if we can. So then another thing we can check to make sure, okay, is this 3 threads? So you can now see a little bit better there. That's 3 threads, and that is what I wanted. A good way to measure how much thread you want, if your thread isn't pre-cut, I like to do about an arm's length. So I'll hold it in my fingers and pull the other end to my opposite shoulder. So my left shoulder to my right hand, and that's where I'll cut it. You may want to start with smaller lengths than that. Just depends on how comfortable you are.